So we painted this white, as you guys can see. And I went through, hit it with like a coat, a clear. I fixed a couple of issues, but I'm not too worried about the rear end just because of where it's going to be placed. So it is what it is. It's white. It's way better than what it looked like before. I'll probably hit it with a couple more clears just so it could shine. And then that's that. Any imperfections that's there, it's there. It is what it is, because there's going to be a lot of scratches and stuff on there when we are moving it over to get underneath the car. We got to put it on the jack. We got to attach the axles to it. We got to attach the brakes to it. It's going to be a lot of movement. It is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. But it's just putting in the work to make it look better than what it was. Shows a deliberate action to put on for your car. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, we got this going too. All right, as you guys can see, I got my axle right there, and here is our rotor right here. So what I did was the center of this rotor could not fit in the axle, over the axle there, because it was just too small. So I took that Dremel, shaved around this a few times just to get it to open just enough, and then sit over there on top of that hub, so that fits. And then what we have to do after that is where the studs are going to go through that rotor, we have to make those holes a little bit bigger. They need to be probably a little oblong so it can fit through there. So that's been an issue. But YouTube, I'm seeing everybody kind of take a step drill and open those up a little bit. So that's what we're about to go do. First, I want to get the other rotor and get that centerpiece opened up a little bit more too, make sure it fits. And then we'll drill out those holes to be larger. Let's get it. And I got this thing on high too. It might not look like you're doing much, but you really are. You're shaving off, you know, fractions at a time. This bad boy over here. All right. Yeah, we need to keep going. Let's test her out again. All right, let's test it out. Oh, and we can slide. Okay, nice. Let's get our circles lined up here. There we go. Oh yeah, that's nice. Let me show y'all. This is nice. Turned out really good. All right, mission successful. So this one, the holes lined up neatly, and then the center fits. The hub is flush with it. We can start assembling stuff. Well, I gotta clean out the rear end, but y'all know what I'm saying. We got this. We got these done. So let's go. Oh, check the fresh cut. I can't wait to retwist my locks, big dog. We got two steps that we need to do today, and obviously some sub steps, but one, we got to put this bad boy in there. So in order to put the pumpkin, or third member, into the rear end housing, we need to do some things. So let's look at some of the stuff that we need. We got some silicone gasket sealer. We have spline grease, and then we have our gear oil for the, or this is a whole kit. So we have our gear oil kit. So in the kit, if you guys want to see here, in the kit, we have the oil, we have the gasket, we got 10 nuts for each bolt, and then we have some crush washers that'll go with that, and then the silicone that I just showed you guys. So with that being said, we finna go crazy. So we need to put that silicone around the studs here, and then we put the gasket on top of that, and then we'll put the silicone on top of the gasket too, and then we can drop that third member down into here. Boom. So that's the first step. Second step is to get our Currie axles, and we are going to put these in here. So once the third member is in here, we are going to put that silicone, that spline grease on the splines. You see down here, on the splines down here, and then a little bit around this part of the face, well, on the inside there. So when we push it in, it's a smooth, it just goes in smoothly. So here we got those two. Now, I'm not going to promise you the brakes being installed on this video, but if this goes by pretty quick, then I might also do the brakes this video. But I think it also might be better to do the brakes separately. So then if you ever are looking up how to do the brakes on a Currie 9-inch, it'll be easier to just have one video for that. So we're talking about a third member install, axle install, possible brake installation. And they're disc brakes, not drums. Let's get this thing assembled, man. Let's go. All right, let's start off by getting the contents of the 9-inch rear end kit out of this box. So gasket is coming out. We have our oil. Boom. In this kit, it comes with silicone, so you don't have to buy it separately. RTV gasket makers, universal sealing compound, 300. Okay. Temperature resistance up to 608 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, so that's in the kit also. So I'll put him down there. And then here are your washers and nuts. When you put the sealing in, you're gonna come, let's go over here. You're gonna come in between them, right? But then when you go around them, you wanna go on the inside. So you go in between and then you go on the inside. In between, on the inside. We are gonna make it work here. Oh, this ain't bad, this ain't bad. Oh, my bad, I almost messed up. Hold on, we're supposed to stay on the inside. That's where it'll be a lot easier when you have that. All right. So we got the sealant going all the way around, the silicone. You want to put this gasket in. So, like I said, if you have that needle or that tubing so you can make it a little bit neater, you won't get so much coming out. We want to do some more on top. All right, final portion of this is dropping the third member on there. There we go. Boom. And it is in. And it is in, black people. And Asian people and white people. And all my people. We don't discriminate over here. Next, we need to put the washers and the nuts on. So let's get that going. Boom. Okay, the washers go on nice. Okay. When you putting these nuts on, make sure you put blue Loctite around the threads. So when these nuts come all the way down, you feel me? They ain't gonna be coming loose as you drive later on. These should not be having an issue when you have blue Loctite on. All right, step one complete. All right, step one complete. Listen, I'm this for the video, so we behind the scenes with it, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, step one complete. We got the third member on there. That bitch was heavy as hell. My bad, let me turn y'all around. We got the third member on there. All that beautiful paint job that I had on there is now you got the ceiling all around. But it's cool. I'll clean it up in a little bit. Let me turn y'all around this way. So there we go. Y'all on behind the scenes real quick. So we got the ceiling in. We underneath the gasket and above the gasket, so it mates with the third member. And then we put some blue Loctite on the threads for the studs, and we put the washers and the nuts on it. So we good to go there, man. So first step done, you feel me? And now we got to go into the second step with putting in these axles. So let's get it. Let's get this grease on there. Getting right. Splines are greased up. And you want this greased up in here. Scoot back a little bit, give myself some space here. So alright, so right there it hits a piece. Let's lift this. Gotta find the hole, boy. It's like first time all over again, huh? Boom. And push that in. That was nice. Wasn't too bad. And yeah, there we go. All right, we in. It's simple, real simple, bruh. The Currie 9-inch is real simple to get things in. Boom. All right, y'all come on this side real quick. Instagram, you behind the scenes. So wait a second. So you see this little piece that sticks out? There's a bracket that's going to go right here. So when you put the bracket that the T-bolts will hold in, it won't bend past that when you're tightening everything down. And then you'll also have the space for your brakes. So that's what we're on now. But you see the front, by using that, this piece of wood I just cut and hitting that, it doesn't damage the Currie symbol, the Currie little sticker. Simple stuff, you feel me? So I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side, and then we're done. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not gonna send y'all through that, so I'm gonna finish the other side, and then we're gonna cut it from here, and then we'll do the brakes on the next video. I think it's better that way because there's a lot of content with this one, and I don't want to do videos that go like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and 40. I'm not that kind of YouTuber just yet. I don't think I got the following yet like that to where y'all sit for that long. You feel me? I don't even have that kind of attention span. So we want to break this down to like 10, 15 minutes the longest. So let me knock this out real quick, and I'm going to get back to y'all. We're going to take a look at her and then see what we got to do next. Let's go. Because this beautiful paint job that I had, all the silicone got everywhere. Oh, my goodness. But it is what it is. We're done. So cue the success music. Let's go. We did that. We did that. So that is it for this video. I was hoping we could toss in the brakes for this video, but we'll do that on the next video. It's content anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy. So like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my Instagram page because I toss up a bunch of random stuff over there too. And it's vibey, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm at the car meets. So if y'all in the Sacramento area or if y'all in the Bay and y'all be at the car meets, you most likely going to see me there for now in post. But you know when the Nova up, 2026, she going to be up for sure. I'm out there with her. So rock with me. I'm trying to follow any and every of y'all. So if y'all have car stuff and you follow me, I'm trying to jump back with you. I'm trying to get out and do stuff with y'all. I'm trying to cruise with y'all. I'm trying to get rollers, get any kind of footage I could toss and do reels. I got to get way more shorts up. So come on, man. And if you watch the video and you want to be in the video, you know, some of my shorts, holler at me, man. Let's make some content. But anyways, we done here. Rock with your boy. Yo, it's Keys. I'm out.